All right, stick around and watch while we tie this jig. Bucktail walleye. We're going to call it the Bloody Shad. All right, so we got it back. We got it in the vise, the 1/4 ounce pill head. Actually, it's a 1/4 ounce freestyle head with a number 4 sickle hook in it, and that is that black neon powder paint that I'm using for the eyes. You can see the red sparkle on it. You can't see it until you kind of zoom in on it. On just a regular view like that, it's kind of hard to see, but when I zoom in, you can see it. Same thing as always. Coat the shank of that hook, and then we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to put some bucktail in this. This is going to be, should be, in my opinion, a walleye killing bait. We're going to wrap it just almost about halfway to that hook point. We're going to come back up. We're going to start tapering that neck. So notice there's a lot of spins right there behind the head, and then we're going to come down, go right back up. You can see that taper starting to take effect. And we're just going to stop right there. We're going to trim that tag end off. Now, we're going to start putting the bucktail in it. So I am going to use just a plain white bucktail. Let's zoom back out just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to use just a plain white bucktail, and I'm going to go up here to the tip, and I'm going to get these right here from the very tip of that tail, and I'm going to pull off, if you was going to measure diameter, I'd say about half of a pencil in diameter. And then we're going to cut that off right there. Going to trim it up. Pull it out there, make sure it's all nice and even. We're going to get all those loose pieces out, and we're going to tie it in. So we're going to push it right up here against the neck. We'll push it down over the shank of that hook, and we're going to start wrapping, get it all caught up. Kind of loose at first. Get that taper going. All right, we're going to put a little bit more in it. Not quite. Right there's a bald spot. We're going to go back. We're going to fill that in. So we're going to cut off just a little bit more white. We're going to lay it right there to cover up that bald spot. As soon as I get it situated in my fingers. Go heavy right there behind the head, and just go down and come back up. Spend more time wrapping right there at the head than you do anywhere else, and that'll keep that tapered effect going. All right, now we're going to take a look at it. This is going to be a shad pattern that is going to be, I'm already excited about using it. So now we're going to put a little bit of spin on it. We're going to add just a little more Sally Hansen's to it right there. Ain't going to take much on that one, just enough just to get it a little bit wet. And we're going to take our red bucktail. We're going to go the same thing. Now you can see I've chopped this one here up pretty good. So we're going to come back in here somewhere almost kind of a little bit toward the bottom, and I don't want much on this. I just want like a little streamer hanging out from underneath of it that's going to be red. And we're going to cut that off. Pull it out. Make sure you got all your loose strands. Now we're going to tie that one in. Push it down right over top what you've already got. Now you know this one isn't going to spin because we've added that little extra layer of Sally Hansen. Once it cures, the body's not going anywhere. There we go. We got a little bit of red on the bottom of it, and you can see some of those fibers starting to come out right there where it's not tied real good. Now, if you're going to be picky, you can go back and wrap it a few more times because you got a pretty good size head there if you're using a freestyle. That don't look bad at all. I like that. So now you're at the point, do you want to use some flash? Do you not want to use some flash? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to put just a few pieces of silver flash in that. I want that. Actually, I'm probably just going to add one right there on the bottom. Just one, just as an attention getter. In case that wet red and white wasn't quite enough, I think that little piece of silver flash probably ought to do it. Now we are, if you want to put a whip finish on it, pull it down nice and tight. Reach up in there with your scissors, give a little cut. And we're going to put some UV resin on it. We're going to seal that neck. We're going to go pretty heavy on it because we're going to cure that. We're going to do that head at the same time too. And we're just going to roll that drop right around the neck of it right there. We're going to get some more on our brush. We're going to go completely over that head, across those eyes. Like I said, you know, if you don't have stick-on eyes, you can do it with the powder paint. Just gotta get a little control of that brush when you drop that paint on there. But it'll work. And like I said, I'm wanting kind of like we'll call it the blood shad pattern. I'm wanting the red around the neck, but I'm wanting the black spot that you see with shad. I couldn't find black stick-on eyes, so I went with the next best thing. We just put a drop of black powder right on top of it. We're going to cure this, and we're going to call it good. We're going to take this baby out this weekend. We're going to throw it at some Stockton Lake walleye. Last week we got skunked again. There were so many big boats out on the lake. It was rough. We had a really rough time last weekend, but I'm excited about trying this one. I think this one here should work out pretty good. I think throwing it in the school of shad, letting it fall down underneath of them, I think it's really going to help. There it is. My shad, my bloody shad pattern. Right there. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit that like, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell and let you know when there's another video up. Send me a message, let me know what you think about this. Do you like the way I did the eye, or do you not like the way I did the eye? Until meantime, we'll see you guys later.